Yeah, Malachi just went outside. Yo, there's some squirrels came back up in here looking at me. I didn't do you nothing. That's them squirrels. Just had a feeling you started streaming and voila. What's up, Bear? How you doing today, Bear? I've had my coffee. So I think I can do at least 3 hours now and then maybe 3 hours later. So until the afternoon, because I want to cut the grass today. I am doing good. Windows and Mac users could never be this cool. What is this, Linux? Oh, OBS runs on this. That's cool. Ooh, I like how when he moved those things, they move like that. That's nice. What is this? We're men have a art, you bro. I like your discipline, bro. Thank you, Raul. What are we working on today? The weather app. So this is on a... What is he running? I also tried Hyperland before. It was too distracting. You will get used to it. Luke. Oh, it's called Hyperland? Hyperland. Hold on, what? I don't know. I just saw this guy on Twitter, and it looks like this. Like he was just showing off. He's changing themes. That's cool. I don't care about the themes. As long as it's dark, I don't care about anything else. And then what really got me was when he did this. I like that. Hold on. And then if I go down here, oh, no. No. Hold on. Where was it? Get started. Oh, Windows groups. You know, honestly, I don't know why I'm even looking at this because I know I'll never do it. Because I don't feel like going through, I don't feel like things breaking randomly. You know what I mean? Like, that'll just mess me up. That'll mess me up for a while. Like, the last thing I want to do is, like, the last thing, use Arch Linux is better than Windows. Maybe one day. The last thing I want to do is come into this thing and then I'm trying to start OBS and then a whole bunch of stuff starts breaking and I'm just like, I need it to be between when I start this thing up, I need it to be seamless. Like I got my stuff together and bam. Okay, so what are we doing, streams? You know, I think what I'm gonna do at the beginning of the stream, because I was thinking about it, because I realized that people ask me a lot of questions on a daily basis, right? And I thought about it. I need to create some type of thing where all these questions can be answered, so that I could just send them a link and say, "Here you go. I have created this resource for you." So I need to come up with the. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that before we start anything else, because I feel like that'll at the end of the day. Yeah, a fact. Yeah, let's do that. It's time. Ugh, ugh. Man, I cleaned this fan. This is one of the best fans I've ever had, but it had so much dust on it I couldn't use it. It was making me sneeze. But now since I took the time out to clean this thing, man, a good fan. I'm telling you, turning on a fan and turning on your fan, turning off your phone completely will give you the best sleep ever. It's a hack. Anytime my phone is off, I have the best sleep. All right. So, hold on. Did I just? Yeah. No blue light and cooler temps are best for sleep. Yes. Let me make this light warmer. All right. Also, like, I used to work at an apartment complex, and we had a lot of international students from India who would study for a long time, and they really liked when the light was not. They don't like white light. They needed it to be a bit more brown. Can you give us a roadmap to learn web dev? I guess he does not need art right now, bro. Tech Totus. What's up, Tech Totus? Okay, so what we're gonna do at the beginning of this stream, we're just gonna create a thing. We're just gonna create a. Gonna go into Obsidian. I don't like how all of this is here. Hold on. This should be in here. Oh no! I think it deleted the things that I need. Oh no, 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 it didn't. All right. All right. In the long term, in the long run, this will help me focus better on stream, because sometimes when people come in, they ask me questions and stuff. So I'm gonna do this while I got caffeine in my system. Okay. All right. So, what are the most asked questions? Um. New note FAQ. Granddaddy project. Care to let me know what's the project about? The Granddaddy project is, let's go to Claude, because Claude made a whole thing about it. Now I have to find it. Oh, here we go. Will you load? Here we go. Okay, so the project overview. It is a full-featured apartment management web application. This is a portfolio-grade project that will demonstrate proficiency in React, state management, data modeling, and modern full-stack development. So, now mind you, Claude just took my MD files, all of my MD files, and put it into one document. So no, I did not get it to create the Granddaddy project for me, or the structure, or the overview. I created all of this thing, and I said basically put it in this. Okay. So, okay. So that is a great thing. So people ask, what is the Granddaddy Project? So one, what is the Granddaddy Project? What is the Granddaddy Project? That is a question that people ask. They also ask for a roadmap. A roadmap. They also ask how, oops, how long have I been coding for? For what? How long have I been coding for? Do I plan to learn backend? Do I plan to learn backend? I said black end. How long have I been coding for? What is another question that people ask? What is another question that people ask about? Oh yeah. They said, how do I start? They ask, how do they start? They say, what are some resources to start? They ask me, what do I think about AI? What do I think about AI? Yeah, you're right. It's crazy because Nightbot every 5 or 10 minutes posts my GitHub profile. I guess that, whatever. Here we go. What do I think about AI? What is my GitHub? What is my LinkedIn? What is, because I talk about Frontend Mentor at least so many times on the stream. What is Frontend Mentor? What is your strategy when learning? How do I learn? How do I learn? People ask me, how do I stay consistent? Oh yeah. What is the Discord? Can we collaborate? People also ask me, how old am I? Where are you from? Oh yeah, the tech out proud of you using Claude. Thank you. um where are you from? What tech do I already know? What tech do I already know? Or what's my tech stack? Something like that. People also ask me how much JavaScript did I learn before I moved to React. I'm gonna group these questions into their own like little, do you get revenue from coding? I can answer that right now. Actually, it's better if I show you on my phone because the YouTube Studio, what do I do when I get stuck? That is a great, okay, yeah, that's a great, okay, yeah. Hold on. What do I do when I get stuck? I'm gonna show y'all how much I've made from YouTube so far. The bulk of this is like people donating to me. So this is how much I've made over the last month. over the last 100 and whatever days. Or how long have I been monetized? I can't remember when we got monetized. Hold on, let me show y'all. Can y'all see that? Damn. Can y'all see that? Hold up. Man, hold on. Yeah, this is how much I've made so far. You want the PDF on what? All right, so that's how much I've made so far. So 5 cents away from actually being able to cash out. Okay. All right. The management app on the thumbnail, no, you will not get that. You will not get that because so what I will teach you how you can do it. So what I did was I made this, and all of these are MD files. I made this myself, no AI. I just said, hey, this is what I want my project to be, and then I started thinking of a high level overview of maybe the objects that I want, like the main parts of the app. So I made an outline. I want a rent object, and I made some screenshots. Bam, tenant object, unit object, and I just put all of my files into Claude, and then I said, hey, this is my granted project to get hired. I'm still learning React, but I want a high level overview. I want step by step, but not actual code that applies to the project. Blah 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 blah. All right. Yeah. So, um, so what I recommend is you go and you make in text or doc or whatever, Google, whatever the hell, Google Docs, whatever, and then you just write what you want and then put it into Claude and say, hey, make a, just put some bullet points and stuff. Anyway, so we are doing channel fact. Okay, where were we? Love from Ireland. What's up, ComZ28? Okay, so what's my stack? What do I do when I get stuck? Tech revenue. Revenue from streaming. Is $100 for 100 days bad though? I don't know. At this point, let me tell you something. At this point, my hopes and dreams of doing this as a living is like way. I want to become a web developer way more than I want to make money from YouTube. So at this point, I just do it every day. Anyway, I have a channel recommendation for you. It's called Craft Dogs. I love the way he code. I like very aesthetic. He's both motivated me to code. Hold on, I'll look him up. All right, so his name is Crafts Dog, like that. This dude. Ooh, I already like. Oh, hold on, I forgot. I'm all in the way and stuff. Hold on. All right. His whole setup, how he has this, is very nice. I could do something like this. He's using Vim. He type fast. He gives Japanese game developer vibes. Is he the developer of this ink drop app? He full stack web dev? Yes, that app? Okay, cool. Oh, love this. This is a great use of AI. Yeah. Thank you for showing me him. Thank you for showing me him. I will be watching. Let me save one of these videos to watch later. Ink drop tutorial. Let's see. Save to watch later. Yeah, I have a huge list in my watch later. So, all right. So, all right. Okay. So, what are the other questions? What is my end goal? What is my end goal? Okay. My GitHub profile. And then I think people want overall, what resources do I use? What courses do I use? What courses? Is that how you spell recommend? Y'all know any word that potentially has two C's in it next to each other, I have a problem with that. My dev setup, I actually have a video on my dev setup. Hold on, I'll show it to you. Let's see. Yep, that's my dev setup. Oh, in my bed. And then Malachi is right here, down there. Oh, I can show y'all that right quick. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all Malachi. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave him alone. He's chilling. All right, what courses do I recommend? Tech stack, dev setup. Some people ask me system specs. How do you stay? How do you stay motivated? Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's a good question. I work. I work on projects alone or with others. I'll put that into the. There's a. Can we collaborate? Okay, I'll put that there on the projects alone type. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, so let's start with the easier ones. How long have I been coding for? All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do I have a portfolio website? Do I have a portfolio website? Which is a resounding no. Um, Let me think. Do you do code reviews? You mean do I code review? No, I'm a beginner. Do I plan to learn backend? Yes. I will start with Superbase. Superbase isn't really, I don't know if you really can count that as backend, but for my granddaddy project, I'll be using Superbase. How do I start? How do I start? Small steps every day. Small bite size steps every day. These are just, okay, what are some resources to start? So we got free code camp. We got um we got front end mentor. We got, man, I need to learn Superbase. So if you want to send me a tutorial or something, man, because I won't lie. What, there's a few things that have scared me along the way. The one thing that's the first project that really scared me was the password generator. The next one was the recipe finder, and that took me 2 weeks to finish. The next thing I feel like is gonna scare me is the Superbase. The Superbase. The Superbase feels like a final boss for me. Um. So okay. So some resources that I recommend. Uh, Man, people gonna think I'm being mean when I say Google, but Google, I do recommend Gemini. That is that a sponsored result? Yeah, that's what we want. I recommend. Why is that link like that, man? Oh my god. We can't just have a normal link. I guess I got to type it out. Hemini. All right. Yo, trying to make some open community web dev competition or event. For example, everyone does the same web concept, but in their own way, and you select the best. I would love to participate in one of those. That's a good idea. Okay, let's see. That's a You said you can help me. Send me a Superbase tutorial. Superbase tutorial. All right. Gemini. I also recommend Claude. I do not like Copilot. I do. That's gonna go into how do I learn? Did I write that down? What? How do I learn? That's gonna go on how do I learn? Um, would you recommend to have mini projects or like 1 to 3 grand ones? It depends. If you're learning, you need a whole bunch of mini projects to work up to your. It's like an RPG. You gotta grind out. It's like a JRPG or a KRPG. You gotta grind that out. I can send you things to learn. So, yeah. Send it to me. Send it to me on in resources. All right. What's going on? We're doing channel things. We're doing because a lot of people come up in here, Grim Reaper 10 YT. A lot of people come into my channel and they ask a whole bunch of questions. So I decided that I'm just going to make a whole thing, probably even make a GitHub repo and just post all that stuff right there, right there. Did y'all know that, Obsidian has this thing where if you pay for it, you can create like a Obsidian website or something like that? Did y'all know about that? And then it'll look like this, and then people can just go in and do the stuff. Anyway, so I do recommend Claude. I don't know if I could recommend ChatGPT. I don't know. Isn't the paid version on Obsidian just a cloud version of it so it can sync? True, but it also gives you this other option. Hold on. Yeah, so you can create your site for $8 a month. So it'll look like this. It'll look like, hold on. It was just right there. It'll look like this. Yeah. I did it when I worked IT because I had a lot of things I had to learn. There were a lot of systems I had to learn and a lot of different, because my position was like a liaison between so many different departments and customers and other departments. So I had to learn a lot of things at one time. All right. So, yeah. So they also have monthly, yearly, monthly. Yeah. So it will look like this, and people can just go in, and I think that would be a great thing for me to do. I should consider that. Claude, um, all right. Resources I recommend. I also recommend. Y'all know I've come a long way because y'all know I used to be extremely anti-AI. Uh, I recommend this dude. I recommend the MDN because if y'all don't, some of y'all know that at the beginning of my web dev journey, I was doing I was in the MDN heavy. Free Code Camp, Front End Mentor, Google, uh, the Odin Project. Oh my God. Are we for real? Okay, what do I think about AI? I think AI is a great tool when used properly. However, becoming over reliant on, is that how you uh, becoming over reliant. There's a word I want to look up. I want to make sure I'm using this word because I use it all the time and I don't necessarily know what it means. Okay, yeah. I've been using it right. I think AI is a great tool when used properly. However, becoming over reliant on AI on LLMs, we need to start. However, becoming over reliant on LLMs has the potential to become an impediment It's funny you always right click to copy to use the shortcut for paste. Hold on, wait. You said it's funny you always right click to copy but use a shortcut for paste. That's true. And you know why? Because why do I do that? That is a interest. Why do I do that? Oh, I think it's because I'm already like my hand is already doing it, so I'm like boop boop boop. I'm doing it with one hand. Maybe, I don't know. I think AI is a great tool when used. I'm gonna write this backwards. When used properly, AI is a great tool. However, becoming over reliant, however, over reliance on LLMs over reliance on LLM has the potential to become an impediment when acquiring skills. Something like that. I don't know. I think that's a good sentence. When used properly, AI is a great tool. However, over-reliance on LLMs has the potential to become an impediment when acquiring skills. When acquiring skills related to problem solving. Has the potential to Okay, I'll fix that sentence later. All right. What is my GitHub? Boop, boop. Anybody else like write sentences and then you obsess over the sentence? I know I do. What is my LinkedIn? I swear LinkedIn trolls me all the time. You said Nightbot finally has help? Oh. What is front-end mentor? Being developer B4Q. What's up? Uh, isn't this Shaq? Are you talking about this dude? Oh, that's messed up. You talking about am I Shaq with my bald head in this picture? My hair is growing back, man. I don't know if I'll have dreads again, but what is front end mentor? How do I? Let me see. What does front end mentor say front end mentor is? Usually at the bottom of the page, it'll say what it is. Facts. Front end. Okay, so front end mentor is a site that provides front end challenges that include professional web design. All right. All right. Isn't this Shaq? Elon, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Looking for freelance work? Am I looking for freelance work? No. Yo, what's up, Vanille? I was just thinking. I literally was just thinking about you because we were right here, and I was like, I wonder what Vanilla's doing. Vanille. How do I learn? That's a long one. How? You said don't tell you what? Okay. Um, project-based learning. How do I learn? Step by step. How do I learn? I learn the theory of a web development concept such as Flexbox, Grid, Flexbox, Forms, or objects in JavaScript. 2. I find a project that will allow me to implement this new concept. I repeat with another project to reinforce the new concept. 4. I ask AI for exercises to help cement my learning. All right. That's usually my whole thing. How do I stay consistent? I'm broke. I need money. Become a member. Maybe I should put this over here. All right. Do you think you would learn different branches like machine learning and stuff? I'm not sure. I think the biggest problem that I've had in the past with trying to learn how to code is going everywhere instead of just focusing on one thing. I think I just needed an entry. I needed an entry. It's like when you learn math, you don't jump to calculus. It's also when I answer these questions, sometimes I don't even feel like I'm the right person to answer these questions, honestly. Um, because again, I don't have a job. All I do is post my journey on YouTube. Um, all right. I'm broke. I need money. Become a member. How do I stay consistent? How do I stay consistent? I like to code. I like to code. Nobody is forcing me to do this. I do it because I want to. I do it because I want to, yeah. What is the Discord? The Discord. Do you think streaming has the effect to make you focus? Like, you know, people are watching, so you're more focused rather than doom scrolling on your phone? No. No. I will look at this phone. Fuck everything else. I will look at this damn phone. I have literally paused the stream to look at this damn phone. I will, but you see, even before this, I've never been a person that's been attached to my phone, right? So when I look at my phone, it doesn't really have that same impact. Number one, I don't have a large friend group, right? My friend includes my aunt, this dog, and some of the people. I'm too early to say if streaming helps, but it's changing my mood when I'm coding. Yeah, I think learning in public is great. Um, I've never been attached to this thing. I never will be attached to this thing. I turn this shit off. I don't have a lot of people in my life, right? Some of y'all know that some of y'all know my story. So some of y'all know that I'm estranged from my entire biological family. Everybody in my life has chosen to be in my life. They are my friends, right? So even my aunt, who I call the person I call my aunt, is my friend. We have no biological connection. Um, I my life, I make sure that my life is very simple. Most of my friends are out of city or out of state, right? So most of my friends I'm talking to on the phone when they have time. And now this thing wants it. This thing, I didn't mean to call you a thing. Come here. Come here. Um, and yeah, my life is pretty simple. So when I'm on this phone, I don't really have that same connection to my phone. It doesn't hit the same. So it doesn't, I don't know, but sometimes I notice that I'll doom scroll. Like, I guess that's what they call doom scrolling. I'll do that and it'll irritate me. Like, I hate short form content, but I love it at the same time. Say hello, Malachi. Malachi. He's like, keep a timer while watching short form content. Man, no. What, you know what? At the end of the week, at the end of every week, at the end of every week, my phone will give me a update on how much I use my phone. And it said Sunday, you have used your phone 51 minutes less, and every week it keeps telling me I'm using it less. I turn this thing off. Okay, so what is the Discord? Oh yeah. I think we can create a stop. All right. What's up, Bear? Hold on. I'm in top chat. I need to look at live chat. Is live chat any different? Nope. All right. Can we collaborate? Honestly, man, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about collaboration. I feel like it's a waste of time at this point. What we gonna collaborate on? I don't know. What we gonna collaborate on? Like, for real. What are we gonna collaborate on? And do you have my same work ethic? What we gonna collaborate on? I don't know what we gonna collaborate on. I mean, at your job, won't you collaborate? Yeah, that's different because I receive a check. QOR 318 49C. What's up? Hello again. Yeah, that's different. Because at work, I'm working on a team. That's different, right? That's a whole different skill set I have to, express or employ on the job. So I got to be a team player. That's understandable. Being a team player ain't a problem. But I'm talking about when it comes to collaborating outside of a work environment. I'm not saying that it doesn't have its advantages, but I'm saying where I am right now, I don't see the advantage, because I would have to connect with people who are actually, because number one, there's so many barriers to collaboration. Number one, there's people who like the idea of collaboration. Like, there's a lot of people who like the idea of coding because they want the identity of somebody who codes, right? But then when it comes to do the work, they don't want to do that work, right? So they like, yeah. So you have so many barriers going on, right? You got so many barriers. That's why I like open source, because it seems like everybody's like adding to the pot. It seems like everybody's adding to the pot and then reviewing it, and then more people add to the pot. And they're like, do you think this is good? And they like, okay, no, change this. Okay, then we can add it to the pot. So I like that. But as far as collaborating and I don't know what, I gotta really think about this. I'd be like, what? No. What is the goal of collaborating? What do we gain? Cold chill, what's up? Scroll up. So I don't really know what anybody or what I would get. I wouldn't mind collaborating, but I feel like, okay, so like I said, there's people who want the identity of somebody who codes. There's some people who want, oh, you became a member. What's up? What's up? Thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate you. I love you. Love you. Hugs. Hugs and kisses. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to do for members, because at this point it's just $1 and y'all just support me. There has to be something I can do for y'all. There has to be an exchange of goods and services. Yes, love you too, man. About to code too. Okay, let me think, because I'm trying to express this thought on collaboration at this point, at this chapter in my web development journey. I don't necessarily feel like it would benefit me, or it would benefit. Yeah, but I don't know if I'm number one, I don't know if I'm in a position to truly give advice. Number two, I don't even know if my advice is good. But I guess it just depends on how the person receives it, or if they're ready to receive it. What is the goal of collaborating? At this point, there's so many hurdles, right, for me to find somebody to collaborate with. Well, not finding, but actually the process of collaborating. So then, in collaborating, we find out so many different things about each other. I don't want to have to discover whether or not this person is a person who just wants the identity of somebody who codes, or actually has that energy to actually code and produce a project. Like, are they doing it because they want to do it, or are they doing it just because they want the identity of a person who does that type of thing? I don't want to have to hit somebody up and say, oh, are you going to work on this? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And da 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 da. I don't want to do that. Malachi went outside. So I don't want to have to do all that. When I work by myself, it's simpler, right? And plus, I'm in the learning phase. So maybe one day I'll start working with people, but working with people can, I don't think you need to justify why you don't want to collab. You just don't see it beneficial for you right now. Well, I want to expound on it, because I actually want to explore the thought on why I say no. You know, I want to understand, if I put it out into words, if I put it out into the atmosphere, it helps me understand why I say no. But I get what you're saying. You're right. I don't have to explain it. Boop, boop. So no. Hi, bro. I stumbled upon Ben Stack YouTube channel. He is new and also does stuff like you, who is live documenting the process. I think you should learn with him. He's only day 36, but learning so fast. So I was just on the phone with Ben yesterday. So we collaborated in our own ways by sharing knowledge. some people ask me, what am I learning? That is a good question. What am I learning? I'm learning React. It's in the title. No, I haven't. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh my God. Leave me alone. I'm gonna do it. Oh my God. Yes, sir. Ben is doing. Is Ben streaming right now? No, I don't think he's streaming right now. I was just talking to Ben yesterday. What is my tech stack? I just answered that. Hold on. Tailwind plus React Byte. Whatever. What do I do when I get stuck? I hope both of you succeed. Yeah, I hope we succeed too. Did the stream go down? Nah, the stream didn't go down. Alright. What you doing, chicken nugget? What you eating on? I'm not even going to allow myself to. All right. What do I do when I get stuck? Is that how you spell? Let me tell y'all, this, I hope this isn't AI. This is what I think. This is what I think of every time I learn. Y'all ready? Let me play it for y'all.
The father of learning. I repeat, repetition is the father of learning. Intelligence, all that comes from repetition. Awareness, preparation, all that comes from repetition. Repetition is the father of learning. I repeat, repetition is the father of learning. Intelligence, all that comes from repetition. Awareness, preparation, all that comes from repetition. Repetition is the father of learning. I repeat, repetition is the father of learning. Intelligence, all that comes from repetition. Awareness, preparation, all that comes from repetition.
There you go. I think about that every time. He even has a song where he talks about it. Repetition is the father of learning. Rep. Do I know how to spell? Okay, yeah, because I usually say gotta get the reps in. Practice, fail, practice, again, fail, practice, again, hopefully succeed. How you spell succeed? Did I spell succeed wrong? Success. All right. Yeah, it's like, even, you know what's crazy is that anime and video games, especially RPGs, have been teaching us this for a long, long, long time. It's the grind. It's literally the grind. You got to grind it out. Don't you think you can gain muscle without going to the gym? I mean, you might not have. I mean, it depends on what you consider the gym, because the gym, it's like in Christianity, church is not just a building. Church is when two, and I think in a lot of in a lot of different religions, they have sayings on what is considered church, or what is considered like. So let me just plainly put it. Some people, when they have the idea of church, they think that it's just this place that you go to and you worship. But in the Bible, it talks about how it's two people coming together, and that would be a church. So it just depends on what you think is a gym. Do you think a gym is just the building, or do you think it's where you actually are practicing, right? You know what I mean? Is a school only a building, or is a school when you just sit in the field and you're just like learning something? School and the gym can be everywhere, just like church can be everywhere. Don't you think you can gain muscle? I can confirm this as an Elden Ring player. Repetition is the father of knowledge. Motivation and drive is the father of motivation and drive. Motivation, I disagree. Motivation and drive is not the father of. I don't think motivation is. Drive is, it comes from within. Motivation, I don't know about that one. How do you handle distractions? Oh, he repeated that. He want me to respond. AI outclasses this level of coding. Why are you still doing it manually? AI might outclass this level of coding, but I outclass you. All right. Got to get reps in. Practice, fail, practice again, fail, practice again, success. Revenue from streaming. Nickels. Nickels and dimes. What is my end goal? Beach house, chickens, a couple cows. Also, do you have any good resources to learn design and UI UX? Um, I'm a strong believer in copying until you get better. Most of the great Renaissance artists, they had great, they call it copying the great masters. I'm preaching to the choir, Vanille, because I know you do art. And so the best way to learn is to copy. You just copy over and over and over and over again. You copy, and then the patterns get stuck, and you begin to create your own thing. So I think the best way to learn design and UI UX, hell yeah, Da Vinci copied. How do you think he learned? How do you think he learned? There was a whole part of his story before he ever became Da Vinci, you know? Copy as in you imitate people who already know how to do the thing, and you imitate enough. Oh yeah, 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 he did. So they call it copying the great masters. If we type it in, let me see. Even when you type it in, they'll talk about, hold on. There's literally a whole bunch of. Okay, here's one. How Renaissance artists were trained. Hold on. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't know y'all couldn't hear. Hold on. Okay. Y'all saw that? During this time, they will learn to draw by copying their master's drawings or those of other artists. These collections of drawings will serve as both instructional resources and valuable references for future works. That's how they learn. You copy over and over, and they did this for years. That's how you do it. So anyway, that's how the old... I mean, if you think about it, when you learn piano, what are you doing but copying the notes from other songs? The scales, people have found that doing the scales works. Doing the scales over and over again, doing the songs over and over again, doing the practice over and over again. Somebody came up with that. Who created hot cross buns? Isn't everybody learning hot cross buns when they learn piano? You outclass the person, not the point. Man, you really grasping for straws on that one. Just take that L. Take that L just take it. I don't think you can innovate without learning fundamentals. Is the end goal to become a farmer? Isn't... Think about what's that dude in Marvel, Thanos? What did Thanos do? What did Thanos do? There was a founder of basketball. There was like a specific founder of basketball. A specific person. It didn't just evolve over time. Yes, Thanos was like, you know what? I done killed half of y'all. Boop. Farm. Exactly. That's the end goal for everybody. Farm. It's the end goal. I'm telling you. Okay, so beach house chickens, a couple cows, nice car, fast internet, healthy food, garden. Yep, Thanos became a farmer, I'm telling y'all. He was like, you know what, after all this pillaging and murder and destruction, farm. That shows you who he really was on the inside. You can tell who people really are by what they want in the end. Will you still do the work every day if you get sick then? I've done this. Okay, so number one, I'm a person that doesn't usually get sick. If I was sick, I would still be at this computer. I have done this when I can barely speak. There's some videos, if you go back, I was so like depressed, or I couldn't get my words out. Or like even for the last week I was depressed. For the last week I was depressed, but y'all wouldn't necessarily know. I've had a stream where I was really upset and I was a little tipsy on stream, still coding. Bro, I ditched the farm for programming. Now you're telling me that's the end goal. You will be back in the farm. At the end, you will go back to the farm. You will. You will. You know it, and you know it. Indy, after all the programming and all the money is made and all the things and all the success, you'll be back on that farm. A calculator is a tool, yes, but it can't solve every problem for you. People are not thinking or solving for themselves anymore. They just depend on AI. That's very true. Do you suggest people do daily like you? I think it definitely boosts your confidence. What resources do I use? Resources I use go up. Nickels and dimes, hopes and dreams. What resources do I use? Claude, Google, sweets, caffeine. Caffeine is not in it. It's weird because there's so many words I can't spell, but then the words like caffeine that aren't necessarily intuitive, I can just spell that. What am I supposed to do with a farm? Tell me you're joking, man. I'm not telling you you're joking. That's for you to find out. Bro, what can't you do with the farm? Why don't you walk instead of taking a car? People are really depending on 4 wheels. It's funny because at the end of it all, people begin to walk more, right? A lot of older folk, they walk more in the later chapters of their lives. Think about it. If you go to the mall sometimes, or if you go to a park, you'll see a whole bunch of old people walking. I'm telling you. What are the top things that older people start to do? Garden, art, walks, right? Vacations, chilling, drugs. And if y'all don't know, a lot of older people turn to sex. That is a thing. Actually, you can tell whether or not an elderly person is their quality of life. You know, should we talk about that on stream? No. Malachi. What are you doing? What are you doing, honey? What you doing? What you doing? You gonna scratch the hell out of me? Okay, I just want to know what you was doing. You're not getting into trouble, are you? Are you wet? Oh, you was outside. No, I'm good. Grandparents are the coolest. Okay, Claude, Google, Sweets, Caffeine, Gemini. I prefer Gemini. I like Gemini over ChatGPT. Okay, so number one, when I drag files into ChatGPT, it gets mad at me. When I drag files into Claude, it gives me a good hug. Gemini might not be the best, but what it is good at is gathering data from the Google ecosystem. So it can tell me how my channel is doing. What breed of dog is Malachi? I don't know. He's just a dog. I don't know. Is that how you spell Malachi? That looks like the biblical way of spelling Malachi. Yeah, this is how you spell Malachi. At least this is how I spell his name. This is how me and his mother spell his name. Sauron. Is that actually the sound of rain or is it just a soundtrack? It's both. What courses do I use? Okay, this is one I can answer. It's both. We can use devices for fun or for productivity also, and they don't get bored. Think about it. Here's one thing. Okay, here's the thing. Here's something that I think about. Most of us alive are the descendants of the peasantry or slaves, right? The vast majority of people alive come from a group of people who did not have shit. Who did not have true political power, true power in their societies. They were just people trying to live their lives, right? And throughout that history, they have fought tooth and nail, regardless of color, regardless of religion, regardless of where you are in the world. Every group of people has tried to fight for education, especially for their children, right? And I find it so interesting that we have basically, like, what's that one library? The Library of Alexandria, just floating in our pockets. And what do we do with this? It's so funny because people have, like, when people go up to debate people, like, sometimes I watch debates, and some of these people don't know what's going on. They have no excuse because you have the answers right here. You can search for the answers. The fact that the answers are here, right, and people still choose ignorance means that it was never about knowledge. It was never about. It was always about how they felt. How do you network? Like, let's say you go to a networking event. What are you supposed to say? I don't know. If I went to a networking event, I'm gonna go up to and just talk to people and ask them how they doing and stuff. I'll be like, "What's up?" What's up, man? Which is better, backend web development framework, Django or Flask? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever gets the job done. What courses do I use? I do not know. I'm gonna show y'all the main courses I use. I use this one. Don't you get bored of this? No, I don't get bored of this because this is what I want to do. Why would I get bored of something I want to do? I built my first web app with Flask. I enjoyed it. The templating from Ginger is... I hear good things about Flask. Now, mind you, the courses I put here aren't going to work for everybody. How many hours you code a day? Well, if I go to Cairo... I should have started Cairo. I should have started it. It says on average, it says my sessions are about 3 hours. Here I did 5 hours. I should just start it and be like, hey. Hi bro, greetings from Mexico to Texas. What's up, my Mexican compadre? But I get bored of studying every day. Okay, well then study a little bit. Don't study too much. You're studying too much. Or you don't know why you're studying or why you're in school. You probably don't have that drive, you know. Some people got that drive. You might not have it yet, and that's okay. It'll come to you once you start living a lot more. Who is this? Lead coding, code mentor at Apple Developer Academy, software engineer, iOS. Cool. Alright, what courses do I recommend? What other course have I used? Brad. I think I used Brad's Tailwind course a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit, not too much. So I used this a little bit. Dev setup. But you get bored of studying every day. Man. I don't know what to tell you. You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want it as bad as I do. Nah, nah, nah. You said you don't understand what I do? What you mean? There's still people commenting on Blender videos? Yes. He's saying that, he's saying, you see how it's red? I mean, it's blue. He's saying that when he did it, it was red. So red means the face is pointing in the wrong direction. Blue means it's pointing in the right direction. And you could tell because I think when you put a UV over a face pointing in the wrong direction, it won't even show correctly. So all right, dev setup. I have my dev setup right here. Oh, I can promote videos? I don't know if I ever promote videos. I don't know if I'll ever promote videos. So I think the closer I get, the closer I get to my first YouTube payout, the more emails I get about ad stuff from Google AdSense in my email. I'm not giving y'all that money, Google. That 100 is coming to me. Okay, I'm gonna pay my phone bill. I'm gonna buy a notebook. Bite me, because I want a better notebook. I remember playing with Blender years ago. Yeah, Blender is fun. So we were in Shorts Land. Oh, that rain is loud, man. Dev setup, system specs. So we have we'll just say Microsoft Windows 11 Pro. What's the next thing that people usually want? They want to know the processor or CPU is a Ryzen 9 5900X. The GPU, does it say it right here? Hold on, let's see. RAM 32 gigabytes. CPU, GPU, RAM. CPU, GPU, RAM. Okay. Okay, CPU. Okay, so GPU. CPU is a RTX. Is it a 38 or 39? I think it's yeah, it's 3080. Which I think is just fine. All right. There we go. How do you stay motivated? I'm not motivated. I'm broke. I heard RAM prices are through the roof. Do I have a portfolio website? No. Working on it. So I think the closest thing I have to a portfolio at this point in my life is this right here. This is the closest thing I have to a portfolio. All right. All right. So this is what we gonna do. Luckily, I got my PC before RAM prices went high. Hell yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. Alright. So I have a GitHub repo. And it looks like this. And it's already nicely formatted and stuff. So I'm going to repurpose this. I'm good. How are you? So what we're going to do is I'm going to create what should I call this? Should I just call it FAQ? Yeah. Oh shit. He said he wanted fast. Fast as hell, boy. I'm fast as hell. Being developer? Who is being developer? At being developer? Oh, Ben Codes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take one of my repos. Man, hold on, y'all. I heard a sound. I heard a sound. Hey, hold on, y'all. You wanna go check? Come on. Hold on. Gotta check. Man, oh man, I didn't. Well, that's the first thing I messed up on today. I'm not even gonna talk about what just happened, but it was of my own design. All right. So what was I doing? Oh yeah. It's okay. It was me. What is that? What is all of this? Well, it's there now. All right. So now what we shall do is, for some reason OBS is messing up. So I have to keep checking if I'm actually, what the hell? Interesting. All right. So what I'm going to do is we are going to open Firefox. We're going to open a new terminal. npm. Oh. Man, hold on, y'all, because Malachi is barking. Come on, let's go find out. Come So nobody's in the house. Nobody is in the house. It's just us, Malachi. But I did get one of these things. I shouldn't eat it, but I'm gonna eat it. What's up? You say, Grandpa, you can call me Daddy. Granddaddy. Alright. Hey, you started it. I just finished it. Alright. Ben ain't being zesty. You the one coming up in here calling me Granddaddy. This is not an app, really. This is where I'm gonna put the fact that we just made. Hey, listen. Tomatoes, tomatoes. If you need a daddy, I understand. And I'm here to give you that fatherly attention. It's gonna be okay. Can I put an A tag here? Can I give it an A tag? Nope. Looks like I can't do that. Hmm. Are you applying for jobs or are you? I guess that's another question I need to. Am I applying for jobs? That's another question. Am I applying for jobs? Right now, I'm trying to figure out why this is like that. Is it flex? Flex column. Oh, it worked. Okay, there we go. There we go. No. Yeah, it's a good question. By the way, Monostrap provide free hosting. Definitely check it out. Definitely fell asleep real quick for me. Coding without music. Damn. All right. So now we got, what is my GitHub? What is my LinkedIn? What is, can I use front-end mentor projects in my portfolio? Hold on, let me see. What is the Granddaddy project? Let's see. How old are you? 34. Where are you from? Texas. Where are you from? What is the Discord? Let's see. What tech stack do you HTML? What React, Byte plus Tailwind, CSS. You don't need an extension for that. You just right click the tab and then you go to open preview when you're in a markdown file and bam, it'll show you. What tech stack do you already know? HTML, CSS, JS, Tailwind, CSS, React. All right. What do I do when I get stuck? Oop. What resources do I use? What resources do I use? I'll come back and format these links and stuff better. What courses? What courses do I use? I think I can do something like this for now. So I don't feel like going up in there and creating lists and blah, 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 blah. I think I'm gonna do /n and then another one, right? Like that? No. 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 I don't feel like doing this. Shut up. That would have been a smart thing to do. So what I need to do is make it so that when I put stuff in here, I can just return the HTML and the accordion item. I should have just put answer and let it return. Anyway, I wasn't even planning on doing this, so I don't want to hear no yappy yap. Leave me alone. Where can I do multiple? Can I do that? No. Man, oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this so I can do links better. Do I want to fix this now? BR won't work because this is a string. So how do I make it so that the answer is I think I know. Damn. That worked. I need the index. a like a fact so people can stop asking me questions. I'm making a fact so people can stop asking me questions. All right. What is my LinkedIn? Actually, why don't we just start over? All right. Now that we're starting over and we're being less lazy, ooh. Okay, so we got an indent. All right, that's good. All right, so now we can start. I was being lazy at first. All right. How many hours do I code daily? How many hours do I code daily? That is a great question, my great sir. I'll add that to the list. All right. Your answer will be answered shortly in the answer format for the answer. What is my LinkedIn? Why does this look ugly? Hold on 1 second. All right. Oh, back crack. All right. So now we want. So we got the GitHub. Now we say LinkedIn. What is my LinkedIn? Scroll down. Right there is LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Damn. All right. Next. Volume item. The question. Okay, so the question is, okay, so the next thing they usually want to know is, how old am I? How old are you? Okay. The next thing they want to know is, where am I from? You can use, yeah, you're right, you're right. Okay, I'm glad you said that. I'll do that. Where are you from? Shit, this God. Get the hell out of this. People scared the hell out of me today. That's true, but why would I want to do that? They don't need to know all that about me. They don't need to know when my birthday is. I mean, if they do, I don't care, but I don't need to do all that. You want me to do date that now and all that extracurricular shit? Hold on, why are all these the same?
Repetition.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Joe Cooper. I didn't think people looked at that stuff. Let me see. Let me check that right now. Support the journey. Because I did that. Because at first I had my own, but then I did it with AI, and I was like, okay, whatever. Because I wanted it to be more SEO friendly, I guess. You see how that worked out. Support the journey. Ooh. Support the journey. Oh yeah, support the journey is to subscribe. Yeah. I need to change that. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll fix that. Alright, so now what I need, my Kairu timer is about to come up, but I'm going to work through. I'm not going to take a break because I don't want to take a break. So what I'm going to do is... You're right. Very observant. Very observant you are. Okay, I'm gonna have to add that to the list of things that people ask. Let's see. What kind of job are you looking for? Some people might have joined and wonder, what is he doing? Every day, I am bombarded with a lot of questions. I have to, and it distracts me. So I'm going to put the majority of questions in one spot. So people can go to it and stop asking me questions. You can just pin a comment what you do for the current stream. I do that and people don't read it. I literally do it and people never read the fact. I mean, people never read the pin comment. They don't care. They do not care. I promise you. Trust me on this one. Or initially continuing with this is also cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will. Yeah, I feel like categorizing them would have been good, but at this point, I don't, oh, by the way, I'm not sponsored or working with them, but if you're looking to store static files, React Cloudflare might be a good choice. They offer unlimited free for static ones. Store static. You mean they'll let me make a website or something? Oh, I do that with GitHub Pages. What do you think about GitHub Pages? You don't think GitHub Pages is good? And yeah, you're right. It would be better to categorize these because that's what I was thinking of. But now I don't know if I care right now. As long as I just get it out there, it's gonna be quick and dirty right now. It'll be formatted better later. You know, it's one thing I want to do. I want to start using GIFs. Let's see. Yeah, spicing it up. Yeah. Yeah, I like the GIFs. I'm a GIF man. I like GIF. And I might want to start a stream like yours, but with a little difference, being vibe coding. Do your thing, homie. Is this meme okay? This is not a politically... I've never seen this before. This is not a politically charged meme, is it? All right. You said I might want to. I might want to change it. Okay. Alrighty. Enough said. You Googled it. You saw some stuffs. Did you freelance? No. Oh, I'll add that to the list. No. No. The answer is no. No, I don't freelance. Oh, this one is a bit too big. Is that Billie Eilish crying? There should be a GIF where you cry and run. Yeah, this one. I'm good. How are you? Today we're taking a detour so that I am creating a little site where people can go to and they can, all their questions will be answered. All their greatest desires. Thank you. And then we're going to go back to our weather thing and then we work on our big portfolio project. So it's coming. It's going to start this week, I bet. We got to finish this weather app. We're just taking a detour. A detour. All right, let's see. Um um that's true. That's true. I have to think about that. You're right. Let's see. How many hours do you code daily? Let's see. I'm also a software developer, and watching this session is giving me an insane motivation to code myself. Go code. Go code. Do it. Do it now. What's up, good guy? What the hell? All right. Thank you. Hi, send my regards from Brazil. What do you do to study so much? Do you sleep well? What is your usual sleep and wake up time? I try to go to bed around 11 or 12. I go to sleep. I wake up. I do chores. I stream. I probably will do some yard work or something around the house. I'll take a nap and then I'll get up. I'll stream again. Been trying to and learn a bunch of things. What CSS framework are you using? Tailwind. How do you do that? I want to make an LI, but I want an A inside. Whatever. Yes, I do take handwritten notes. I take handwritten notes. You want to see some notes? I got a notebook right here. Here's some notes. This is when I was learning Git. Yeah, LI would anchor tag with the emit command, so I could do it a whole bunch at one time. Here's some more notes. I take notes. In emit, you know, you can do those commands and then it'll make something inside something. So I could do like div dot container. I can do div container, you know, stuff like that. They are in components. Each one of these is a component. Each one of these is a component. Can't you tell? It does work in JSX. It's working right there. What are you talking about? Dude, must I explain how this works? I'm assuming y'all know more than I do. Am I assuming incorrectly? All right, so I don't actually need this. I created a accordion item component, right? Accordion item. In that component, there you can put children, for example, in every. I think you should use a for loop. Nah, we're not trying to do all that. We got everything working correctly. So all we just made a accordion item component, and then we put children in the object deconstructor, whatever. And we put question, which displays the question right here. And then we got the expand state that changes this right here. And then we just put children. How you can put all your questions to an array and in map views like this. That is true. I could do that, but I'm not. But I'm not. But I'm not. That is very true. I could do a thing where I do like, you know, I could say that array dot map, and then we have the item, and then we say, you know, item. We create the item, you know, we could say turn a little item or item like that. We could do that. We could do that. But I'm not. Can you show headers code? What do you mean? There's no header. There's no header. Let's see. Maybe it would be easier to do it that way. No, I don't want to do it that way. I'm gonna just keep doing it like I'm doing it because I want to finish this. But that would have, man, that would be easier. I know, I know, but I'm doing it this way. Leave me alone. Damn it. I don't want to have to redo this. I don't want to have to redo all this. I didn't spend too much time on it already. I don't want to have to put this. I don't have to go back and do it and put it in an object and then make an array and then have it loop. I don't feel like doing all that. After I've done all of this, I can, no. But what they're saying, Nuna channel, is that over time people will ask different questions, and so then I could just go into that array and just boop 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 instead of going and creating a new accordion item. I mean, I could do that, but I'm not. I'm just not going to do it. No, no. I almost said a smart ass answer to where do you live in America? Where do you live? Or, 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 I could keep doing it the way I'm doing it, and all will be fine with the world. There is always a better way to do something, but today we're just doing it this way. I'm pretty sure the way that you described is really, really better, way better than this, but we're not doing it. Learn theory, theoretical concept, apply theory to several projects. Repeat to reinforce. Ask AI for exercises to enforce. Repetition is that how you spell repetition? Repetition is the how you spell repetition? Repetition. Repair. Repair. I think we just looked that up, right? We're on YouTube. I've myself gotten confused spelling repetition many times. Hell yeah. Repair. What's up from Poland? I don't know what. Also, it's extendable because okay. So all right. Repetition. I'm gonna just play this again because I think it's so important. So I'm gonna just play it.
Repetition is the father of learning. I repeat, repetition is the father of learning. Intelligence, all that comes from repetition. Awareness, preparation, all that comes from repetition. Repetition.
There you go. How do you do it? You do it again. How do you do it? You do it again. How do you do it? You do it again and again. Yeah, my teacher said practice makes permanent. That's interesting. What's up, OWSU? If Lil Wayne says it, it's true. You're right. You're right. If Lil Wayne says it, it must be true. Repetition is the father of learning. I just learned something. When you put children, usually you put them in a fragment. Because when you return JSX, you have to put it in one component. You have to have one thing housing them. And because I put an indent inside this div, right? I'm noticing that it only counts the first element, but not all of them. But if I were to do something like this, if I were to say, do this, and then do this, uh, I would be wrong. I'm just going to shut up now. I was close to having a profound thought on Java, on React. All right. Line 201, misspelling. Thank you. The hard way? What do you mean? Well, that sounded very suggestive. Oh, okay. Why is your last name Cancer? Like Cancer is in. Oh, okay. I remember back in the day, people used to think it was funny to call things cancer. And I'm glad we moved past that shit because that was some weird stuff. Yeah, it was. I burned some eggs. You smell it? Yeah. Hello. What's up, Roja? JavaScript. Of course, there'll be a time in the future. I'm pretty sure any business that I work for will want my productivity to increase because they care about dollar bills. So I'm pretty sure I'll be using AI when I work. So, but there's a time and a place for everything. Oh shit. They want y'all they want y'all to use AI. I thought y'all was already using a lot. That's crazy, man. Oh, ooh. What do you think about that? Are they sure they want to go down that path? Hmm. Well, it's one of those things where it's like, I wonder, do you feel like do you feel that there's a part of you that always wants to do a good job, but then people want to cut these corners and it's like, damn, you got to kind of take your emotions out of it and do what they want to do? Is it like, do you feel like that? Cuz I feel like that's how I would feel. I'd be like, damn, I really want to do a good job on this. Y'all just want to move fast. And I guess I just got to take my emotions out the job and just do what y'all want me to do if that's what y'all want. Oh hell, yeah. I didn't know. Hold on. I didn't have a. Oh sh. I didn't have the rain on this whole time. Damn. I guess nobody cares about the rain. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that scared the hell out of me too. That's the sound that I hear. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm sorry you got to go through that, Roha, but I think you were right. Like, yeah, they giving y'all the bag, so shit, fuck it. It is what it is. All right, let me go take this knucklehead outside. it's like I don't know what's going on. Someone was detected at your front door.
Okay, Marvin. See you. What do you think? No, she added the backdrop. Wait, no. Mr. Bobby. That is not, that's Bobby Gerard. He's not white. He's black. He's Cajun. He's black. That's Mr. Bob. He probably should have put it down and kept it.
It don't matter what type of yard. Right? Low, anywhere, whatever.
It looked good, but the patio out there. Gazebo there. And the shed. Chris.
No yard. What's wrong with you?
What's that name? So yeah. Yeah. He's banned.
I'm telling you. All right, y'all. I'll probably go. I'll probably go jet on stream. Actually, before I leave, let me push this. Bro, don't you use the skill? Don't you see this skill is getting to die with AI because now websites are getting printed. Brother, ew. Brother, ew. Ew, brother. Ew. Brother, ew. Ew, brother. Well, brother, it seemed like you got it all figured out. You said, don't you see the skill is getting to die with AI because now websites are getting printed? I mean, it seems like you got it all figured out in your mind, so I don't think you need me. You got it all figured out, brother. You got it all figured out. You don't need little old me to tell you what's going on. You got it. You already know what's dying. You already know what's gonna happen. So you good. Brother, 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 Oh, I knew something was gonna mess up. Ugh. Oh, it was that. Don't y'all get tired of talking about AI? You know what it reminds me of? I remember there was this video where it was like a whole bunch of chickens. And the chickens had like this big screen, right? And the chickens were doing their own thing, you know, all herded together. And then as soon as a word came on the screen, like like any word, they would just start clucking it. They just start, you know, and that's what it feels like. Everybody's AI, 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 AI. And everybody who's controlling the screen is like, this is good. This is good. This is exactly what we want. This is exactly what we
Well,
wanted.
Stephanie's a pretty lady. She's pretty. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Oh Lord.
For some strange reason, she don't like me. I think Christina told her something, but I think Christina told her I was bad. I wrote the best.
Yeah, I need to go through this and change it. So next stream we will be that's how I feel.
Chris, something's wrong. I just came home to change out of my clothes.
Indonesia. I swear, international people add me way more than Americans. The international community, well, there's more people on that side of the world. What am I talking about? Either way, I will see y'all a little bit later. I have things to do. Hopefully, let's look at the weather. Let's look at what the weather. Damn, tomorrow's gonna be raining. I need a few days of sunniness so that I can then go out and cut the grass. Mo, Mohad, Mohad, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you speaking to people who know more than you, okay? If you look up in the chat, you can tell that there's a few people that are both knowledgeable than both of us, more knowledgeable and more experienced. If you can tell that they are more knowledgeable and more experienced, there is no reason to come in and act like you know what you're talking about. Just shut up. Just listen. We trying to get where they are. We trying to get what we trying to get where they are. So, all right. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Trans 26. Hold up, trans. What did you tell me I needed to do? What did you tell me I needed to do, trans? What was it? Remind me. What did you tell me I needed to do? Oh, god damn it. Trans, what did you say earlier? There was something you said earlier. It was something. Damn, what did you? And I was like, shut up, I'm gonna do it. Then I told you to leave me alone. Trans, do you remember what it was? Are you there? Oh god. What was it? I can't remember. Hold on, whoa. I think I wrote it down. Was it web dev competitions? Super base tutorial? Man, and now you're gone. You know what? You know what, trans? You know what? Y'all do this all the time. I'll be sitting here and people will tell me to do X, Y, and Z. But if I ask them again, they will just like magically disappear. How dare you? Anyway, all right, I'm about to go. I'll see y'all later. I'll probably be on later this evening so I can actually start coding what I was supposed to code. All right, anyway, bye. And now you want to come back? Wow.